What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today is Thursday, September 7th, and yes, I've been gone for the past 3 days because I've been on vacation. But luckily, I am back, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Degods on Ethereum and y00ts on Polygon. I love updating the community on both of these NFT collections because I do believe that these collections have the strongest community right now on crypto Twitter and all across the NFT ecosystem, across Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and every other NFT marketplace that's out there. And so what we're going to talk about in today's video, we're going to be talking about Degods, we're going to be talking about the points parlor, we're going to be also talking about the NFT floor prices and the points are allocated to each one of these NFTs. And then at the end of the video, I want to share with you what's going on with y00ts, because we do know that the y00ts migration is going to happen, but I want to share with you something at the end of the video that the team had said regarding the y00ts expectation, right? What could we expect with the y00ts migration? Are we going to experience an art upgrade? Are we going to experience anything else other than that? Well, you got to stick around to the end of the video to know what that's all about. So with that said, you have to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So right now, Degods floor is around 4.2 Ethereum floor price. Now, some of these NFTs don't have as many points, which I will talk about in a little bit. But say for instance, like this one that has not been downgraded. This NFT is selling for around 4.3 Ethereum, roughly around $7,200. But have you noticed that it still has a ton of its points because this has not been downgraded to season 3? In order to participate in the points parlor, your NFT has to be downgraded. But not all NFTs have been downgraded this month because you actually have to have 333 dust tokens in order to do that. But again, every month that goes by, 33% will be deducted from the 333 dust tokens. So you can either wait until this month with that 33% discount, or eventually wait more months later until this actual discount is completely free, where you don't actually have to pay to downgrade or spend any dust tokens. It just is absolutely free. So just keep that in mind. But right now you can get great steals of an original season 2 Degods with all their points in them. But again, if you look at, like, say for instance, NFTs like this one, you can imagine that all the points have been spent. As you see here, only 17,000 points because this has been downgraded to season 3. But again, they spent all their points because they're probably trying to get as many dust tokens as they could, as many prizes such as Apple products or gift cards. But again, there's a system that's in place for points parlor, which I will talk about in a little bit. Now, if you go to Blur is kind of the same way. Now, the floor price on here is much lower. It's around 4 Ethereum. But again, the same thing where people literally buy these NFTs and liquidate all their points. And as you can see here, this one has 1,500. But then there are certain Degods that have, well, these are season 2 Degods that have more than that because they haven't been downgraded. So these are the ones that you need to look out for, which are these season 2 Degods, right? Or if you can, find a season 3 Degods that doesn't have all their points spent. Now, the points are very, very important. Why? Because if you end up spending all of your points just thinking you're going to get dust tokens or Apple products, it may work to your advantage, because if you spend more than maybe 3 or 3 draws per card, or for A, B, and C, it may be a disadvantage to you because you may not get the biggest rewards, because I think they have it in there in the points parlor where you could actually not get as many rewards. Now, if you don't wait patiently and you decide to spend all your points in like one draw, meaning you spend all of them on one try, then eventually you're going to get the impatient tax, and the impatient tax ends up charging you more points. There's a system in place. You need to spend 3 draws on each of the 3 cards for A, B, and C. So 3, 3, 3. If you don't stick to that rule, you may not win as many different prizes. But again, there are people that have been following that rule, and I think one of those people is Sherlock. Now, Sherlock is the person who won the Tesla. Yes, this was happening while I was gone on vacation. This person finally got to win the Tesla that was sponsored by Kraken NFT. Now, if you don't know the publicity around this is what's great about the sponsors, right? Now, if you're a business, if you're working in the blockchain and you want to participate in the points parlor, Kraken did this, which was a great example. They were like, okay, we're going to give a Tesla out to anybody that wins this points raffle. This person won this, and guess how many views this got? 413,000 views, 570 reposts, 189 quotes, 2,757 likes. That type of engagement is really great publicity for the actual Kraken NFT exchange. And that ends up getting people to sign up for Kraken NFT or Kraken's exchange. And that's how you develop customer base acquisition, right? This is amazing in my points of view. And this is the meta regarding points parlor. Now, again, what Frank said, the founder, he said, breaking, the Tesla has been won. But I got something coming for the next big prize. We don't know what that is, and that's why it's a disadvantage for people who had spent all their points or decided to trade or flip these NFTs because they aren't able to win these next big prizes now because they have very little points. So keep that in mind. That's the greatest thing around the points parlor and how it was systemized. And also, we have a new sponsor for these new point parlor giveaways, such as Floor. Floor is now this amazing app that allows you to monitor the floor of your NFT collections. It's a great app from what I've seen, and people have been reviewing about it, raving about it. Like, say for instance, Rafa said, damn, this isn't a shill or a promo, but Floor is making NFTs fun again. Their app is sick, so clean, check it out. Again, 3,000 views, and this is why I think whatever prize people are gonna win from the Floor sponsorship, they're going to put it out on social media and people are going to know more about the Floor app and they're going to download that app. And this is why big businesses in the blockchain or Web3 world are going to flock over to the points parlor, because that's how you garner that type of attraction to their customer base. And also, we got to talk about how many people have decided to use their points within the first hour of the reset. What does that mean? So if you don't know this, I think it's every 12 hours or I think it's every 12 hours that for the points parlor, if you say, for instance, choose one of your DeGods and you decide to participate in the points parlor and draw your different draws, well, there's a 12-hour gap in between each one of those different draws. Because again, if you end up spending all through your draws and it needs to reset. And again, this is great because we're seeing based on how many people are opening up the points parlor packs within the first hour, just goes to show that people are super eager and they really want to open these as soon as possible. And I've done it myself. I think Pixel Rainbow says it's the best. He says, I'm telling you right now, DeGods point parlor is a damn sleeping giant. The amount of energy, interaction, signups, etc. for the last two sponsors is palatable. If this is how we were rolling the bear, just imagine what's about to come. My conviction in points parlor is strong, and I absolutely agree with him. Now, next up, we also have Frank appearing at in real life events, and he had something to say around DeGods². He says, he sorry to interrupt, but DeGods² are the best NFTs in the world because the community is so based and patient and loving. He goes on to say more, okay? He says, DeGods² are kind people. They are here for the ups and downs. They support the team because the team has every intention to support them. They smile when others frown. They laugh when others cry. They grind when others sleep. And that's why we have to talk about y00ts. Now, y00ts right now is around less than a 1 Ethereum floor price. It has changed ever since our last video. But again, it's still hovering close to around 1 Ethereum. And a lot of these NFTs actually have plenty of points on them. So right now, let's talk about the y00ts collection. Because right now, Frank had something to say around y00ts, because again, people are wondering like, what's going on with y00ts? They feel like they haven't received any updates or they don't have anything to be excited for. So Frank had something to say about this on the Discord page. He says he doesn't know what to say other than what I've said already. y00ts are the priority. And all the updates and tweaking were done using the DeGods points parlor, and they will be applied to y00ts day one of the points parlor. So we're working on a lot for just y00ts now, especially around the migration in the background while publishing all the stuff with DeGods. All these changes will obviously be applied to y00ts. And there are some surprises that are extremely unique to just y00ts. Keep that in mind. I understand why y00ts holders may be underwhelmed thus far, but we are committed to this community. We wouldn't have returned the entire grant, which is the $3 million, back to Polygon if we weren't confident in this project and its community. How interesting. He continues to talk. He says, I totally emphasize with the y00ts community right now. I think that setting dates is difficult, but what I can say that even launching a successful migration is more challenging than it appears. It involves audits, covering gas costs, queuing transactions so we don't inflate gas, creating strong incentives to move quickly, and a lot of many things. The last ones were seamless, and this one will be too. We refunded the grant for a reason. I don't really have much else to say other than that. y00ts is going to be my personal focus and something I'm personally spearheading for on the team. I also think we've learned a lot from DeGods Season 3, and I'd rather not have the same overhyped situation with y00ts and the dust token going forward. Both are opportunities for us to really change the current sentiment within our communities right now. So if you're still here, just know you're appreciated and we're trying to improve. I'm happy that we've been increasing our speed on certain things this past month, but we're going to keep getting better. So what I'm getting from everything that Frank has said is that basically everything that we as y00ts holders really want is happening right now. We want it to happen in the right way. Again, we don't want the next overhyped thing where the floor pumps and then it dumps and it crashes and destroys the project. We want the y00ts NFT collection to consistently continue an upward bull trend, if that makes any sense. In order to create that sustainable growth, you can't overhype it, just like with DeGods Season 3, which was kind of overhyped. So right now, they learned the lessons from the DeGods Season 3 and are applying those different rules and traits over to the y00ts release. Because right now, I do know that only 280 NFTs at the time of this post out of the 15,000 NFTs are listed on the floor. It just goes to show how majorly bullish the community is and how much they are diamond hands in that sense. But let's talk about one of the founders, and that is Kevin. Now, Kevin DeGods was responding to somebody asking, hey, can you just at least confirm that we have an art upgrade or that something's coming very soon other than just the migration? So Kevin said to him, the bridge isn't all of y00ts Season 2. The bridge is the bridge, and folks want that fast. You have to understand that the migration has to happen first. Then once the migration is successful, once everybody has a great experience, then they can start rolling out the updates that they have for the y00ts Season 2. If it's artworks, if it's giveaways for the points parlor for y00ts, that's all you need to know. And so that's why I'm very bullish around this, but you have to lower your expectations, like thinking that they're going to announce all these different things all at once. And you shouldn't think about that because it's going to, I think, ruin the ecosystem. And also another thing I want to talk about is that y00ts are next. That's regardless, y00ts are coming up next. You've heard all the major milestones that Frank has discovered with DeGods Season 3 that's applying to over to y00ts Season 2. And you heard Kevin that both of them are saying no matter what, y00ts is next. And also the migration is happening probably very soon. So I don't expect that this is going to take too long. And so that's why I think at this floor price, hovering around 1 Ethereum and less is an absolutely great steal in my opinion. Just make sure to find the right NFTs with the most points first. So let me know your thoughts around y00ts. Are you feeling bullish, bearish around the collection? Are you excited for the next migration regarding y00ts? And what about DeGods? Are you going to be buying the Season 2 DeGods and waiting for the downgrade rather than paying 333 dust tokens? Are you going to be looking for maybe on the floor price of the DeGods and finding the Season 3 downgrades and finding out they have enough points? So I want to hear all your strategies down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So as always, be sure to like the button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls and buy and sell orders, both NFTs and cryptocurrencies. Till then, see you guys, girls, next time.